Why do dollar bills look so weird? Hi, welcome to Curious Kids Every Day. I'm Josh. How are you doing today? It's so good to hear from you. Now, this episode is going to be more fun if you have a dollar bill that you can look at while you listen. Can you go ask your parents if you can borrow a dollar bill? Or maybe you already have one in a piggy bank that you can go grab. I'll wait. Okay, are you back? Have you ever taken a really good look at a dollar bill? It's a pretty strange little rectangle, isn't it? Have you ever noticed all of the words all over it? The letters? The numbers? Do you know whose face is on the $1 bill? Right, George Washington, the first president of the United States. When I think of a dollar bill, that's the main thing I think about. George Washington looking right at me. But there are so many other things on a dollar bill too. And I have so many questions about them. Like, why is a dollar bill green? Why does it feel so funny? What's it made of? Oh, and I got an email from a curious kid named Colton. He wondered, why do dollar bills have different letters and numbers on the left side of the president's face? Great question, Colton. Let's figure it all out today. Let's start with what it's made of, because this actually surprises a lot of people. A dollar bill isn't made of paper like you might think. It's actually made of 75% cotton and 25% linen. That means it's closer to cloth than regular paper. That's why it bends differently and doesn't rip as easily. Imagine handing a regular piece of paper to someone else, and then that person hands it to someone else, and then that person hands the paper to someone else, and this happens thousands of times. Do you think that piece of paper would still be in good shape by the time it got to like the 4,000th person? Probably not. But you know what holds up better than normal paper? Cotton linen. Cotton linen lasts much longer than normal paper, which is important because dollar bills are used thousands of times before they wear out. So that's why it's made of what it's made of. But now let's talk about the color. Why is it green? Well, way back in the 1800s, the ink that was the hardest to copy or remove from a bill was green ink. Green also didn't fade very quickly, so the government printed bills using green ink because it made them harder to fake. The color stuck, and now we just expect money to be green. It doesn't have to be green at this point, but since that's what we all expect it to look like, that's what we still go with. Now, what about the letters and numbers that Colton was asking about? You've probably seen the big letter inside the round seal on the left side of the bill. Can you look at that right now? What letter is on yours? That letter tells you which Federal Reserve Bank the bill comes from. Think of the Federal Reserve banks as the money hubs around the country that help make and move money. So for example, A means Boston, B means New York, C means Philadelphia, and there are 12 in total. Right next to that letter is the serial number. That's the long string of numbers and letters that looks like a secret code. That number is special because no two bills share the same one. It helps the government keep track of each bill as it's printed. Think about it like this. Since every dollar more or less looks the same, the serial number is really helpful to help the government keep track of each specific dollar bill. So if they need to find a specific dollar bill, they know exactly what the serial number is on that bill, and they can say, oh, it's this bill. This is the one. The other markings and engravings on the bill are mostly security features. See, the more detailed the design, the harder it is for someone to make a fake. They'd have to get a lot of details exactly right. Most of what you see on a dollar bill is designed to ensure that no one can just create their own money. A dollar bill is designed in such a way that we can look at each one and be able to tell that it's an authentic US dollar. Now, dollar bills do last longer than regular paper, but they still don't last forever. How many years do you think a dollar bill lasts before it wears out? I'll give you a hint. It was a lot less than I thought. The answer is about 6 years. So, what happens when a dollar bill wears out? Where does it go? When a dollar bill gets old, the bank pulls it out of the pile and sends it to the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve is in charge of deciding which bills are too damaged to keep using. They shred the old bills and then ask the Bureau of Engraving and Printing to make brand new ones. Those new bills get shipped back to the banks, and that's how the fresh money ends up in your hands. So, is there a way to know how old your dollar is? Well, yes and no. Can you look at your bill again? Look to the right side of George Washington, and you'll probably see something that says series, and then a year after that. It might say like series 2017 or series 2009. This tells you the year that design of the bill was approved and printed. So that series year doesn't tell you the exact year that specific bill was printed, but it gives you a good idea of the time range. You definitely know for sure that it wasn't made before the year written on the bill. So now, look at your dollar bill one more time. We learned a lot about dollar bills, didn't we? Now you know more than most people will ever know about dollar bills and how they're made. Okay, let's have a quick quiz. What material is a dollar bill mostly made of? Remember, it's 25% linen and 75% cotton. Why did the government choose green ink long ago? Because it was hard to copy and didn't fade quickly. And what does the big letter inside the seal on the left side of the bill represent? It represents a Federal Reserve Bank. Okay, I've got 2 true or falses. True or false? Dollar bills are made the same way as printed paper. False, they're made of cotton and linen. True or false? Every dollar bill has a unique serial number. That is true. Would you rather be in charge of choosing the color of money, or would you rather draw the tiny designs that are all over the bills? I think I would draw all the different tiny designs all over the bill. I would make lots of funny pictures. Maybe I would put the Curious Kids Everyday logo on the dollar bill. That way, everybody that used a dollar would know about Curious Kids every day. All right, let's play What Am I? What am I? I'm made from a squeezed plant. People write and draw on me. And I am not used to make dollar bills. What am I? I am paper. All right, one more. What am I? I'm a string of letters and numbers. I help track something important. And every bill has a different one. Every dollar bill has a different one. What am I? I am a serial number. So today we learned that dollar bills look strange because they're supposed to. They're made from strong materials, printed with special ink, and filled with symbols and numbers that help keep them safe, trackable, and hard to copy. Every tiny detail has a purpose, and now you know what a lot of those details mean. What kind of question do you think we'll ask tomorrow on Curious Kids Every Day? I can't wait to find out, so until then, keep asking questions and stay curious, kids. And to all the grown-ups listening, if you want an activity sheet for every new episode of the show, they're available at supportcuriouskids.com. And for a free printable with activity ideas that don't involve screens, please visit CuriousKidsEveryday.com. See you tomorrow!